Hey, what's going on, Facebook? How you guys doing? It's myself, Lamar, Miss Soreyda, Benedit, Begley. We'll be going live today. I'll be interviewing her about hemp fashion. So I'm gonna let everybody start coming in. You know what I got to do? I got to start sharing it as many places as I can. But Miss Soreyda is a fashion designer here in Lexington, Kentucky. Not just any fashion designer, though. She's like the fashion designer here in Lexington, Kentucky. She does amazing work. I share this everywhere right now. Put it as many places as possible.
You can have lunch later.
Yeah, you can.
Let's go watch.
You can have lunch later. Everyone, come check out. Check this out for lunch.
This is good stuff.
This is gonna be awesome. So we're having a good time. So everyone, thank you for joining us for this mid-morning interview with Miss Soreyda Benedit Begley. Again, she is a fashion designer, and today we're going to be talking about hemp clothing. So I know you guys have seen me on here a lot, and I've been talking about CBD and how to grow for CBD, and you've seen the whole journey of how we're growing and putting the seeds in the ground and then growing the hemp, and then you saw us even harvest it. But now we're at a point where we're talking about processing, and then the ways hemp can be processed, right, and not just for CBD. So Miss Soreyda here is a fashion designer, and I've seen hemp clothing in the past and hemp fabric, but Miss Soreyda has showed me. I'm going to show you some stuff really quick. Look how soft this is. This is 100% hemp. I don't know if you can even see that. Look at that. It's thin. It's not what you normally think of when you think of hemp. So, Miss Soreyda, who are you? Where are you from?
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a long story, but I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. So I'm originally from Honduras, which is South America, far south, and I moved here in 2000 with my husband. He is a professor at Transylvania University. He was doing research there. He found me, lucky him. Shout out to him, by the way. Today his birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to Chris.
How do you say
Begley.
Feliz
cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños, mi corazón. Anyway, so he came here with him, and I got involved in the art scene and through fashion. You know, I always had loved fashion. But also, when I was in Honduras as a teenager, I worked in sweatshops, and that has made me be really aware of so many different issues in the fashion industry, and sustainability and human rights are my priority when it comes to the way I do my work. So that's how I am in the middle of this with the hemp situation. But yeah, I've been creating work here, mostly custom work for clients, for weddings, pageants, drag queens, my main clients. I love my drag queen clients, but anybody who wants something that is unique and they're not able to find like off the rack, you know, they come to me, and then we do some research in the materials and find all the supplies that we need to make their dream come true.
She's so awesome as a fashion designer that she even dressed a horse and made the horse look amazing. Put a tie on the horse and everything. Yes. So it was really, really cool. So knowing your story of coming from sweatshops and knowing that, you know, you've been in fashion from many different levels of the vertical of fashion. What excites you about hemp? Like what brings you to hemp in particular at this point in your life?
Well, I actually have been working with hemp for 15 years, and I got introduced to it through a client. She was doing this all eco-sustainable wedding, and she wants something, you know, lower impact and something that will go back to the earth eventually. And so we started looking for supplies, and hemp was like the best option. Well, it is, you know, compared to silk, hemp is better. It's strong, and it's not as soft for like evening wear as silk. So we find a silk hemp blend fabric, and we use that, and she looked amazing. She was very happy. And after that, I was like, yeah, I want to use it more often. And so yeah, ever since I've been trying to find the best suppliers. It's still a little hard to find dyed hemp. You know, most of the colors come in natural, but there are more and more for sure in the market right now after, you know, the hemp has been legalized, and people are developing more interested on it. So there are more options, but yeah, I just love the fact that it's a beautiful material, you know, it's great for every weather.
Right.
And there's so many options now. Like you see the stack is big.
Right. It's really big.
Yeah.
She has from what I normally would consider hemp, right? This is what
the very raw,
the
rough.
raw, rough hemp material, all the way to very soft, almost like linen, right?
Yeah, very soft. That is for t-shirts and sleepwear.
Right.
And it's so soft. Yeah.
My wife would love a shirt made out of this, like amazingly. So what challenges have you found trying to work with hemp and trying to find hemp? Because I know the Farm Bill just passed, right? 2018. So that gave us a little bit more, access to it. But what kind of challenges are you having finding the material?
Well, finding distributors who sell small amounts, and finding colors, just diversity of colors. And because I work mostly with evening wear, that's a little bit challenging because people want sparkly and shiny fabrics. And also the price, because compared to silk, it's sometimes more expensive than even silk. Because the demand is not as high. I think that as we go, because there's gonna be more demand, and so the price is gonna go lower. There's more production of hemp in the States, because right now it's being imported from Canada, then Turkey, China, other places. So that makes the price to be a little higher. But if he's producing here and it's more, the access is faster and easier, and I hope the cost will be lower. But those have been the challenges so far. It's because the type of work I do. It's not because there's not enough there yet, but it's because the type of work that I do. If I was making everyday wear, ready to wear, what we call in the industry, it wouldn't be so much of an issue.
Got you.
Yeah.
So like this material that you have here, this comes from China?
Yes.
Because there's no processors here yet. So the industry has to kind of catch up, right?
Yes. So it will take a few years, as I've heard, to be able to really have locally made tiles from hemp. But for wearables anyway, I know there is some processing for things like burlap and rope and those kind of things that don't require such a elaborated processing. But to create this type of fabric, it will be a bit of time before we get there.
Yeah, I wanted to bring in a couple of these. So these are these called clutches?
Clutches.
See,
oh my good. Oh my God. Your stuff.
See, my daughter and my wife, they keep me up on game.
Oh, good.
So these are clutches she's made out of hemp. Is this complete? All of this is hemp?
Yep.
Outside of the
zipper and the lining. The lining is silk.
Okay.
But
Can I open it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Gosh,
and it has a little pocket in there. And those were designed by my daughter, Bella. She is very creative and very talented, and so she sketched that for me, and I just buy the supplies and made them. Yeah, and this is dyed, like naturally dyed, in pink. So we have these two colors, and this for her line is called A Priori. And yeah, these are hemp and very tough material. It's definitely, can survive the times.
Right. From Honduras to Lexington, Kentucky, she is bringing these skills. Do you see this? This is a nice little clutch right here. This is like
pretty cute.
It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. It matches my shirt right here.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would.
I wouldn't even know how do you just carry this around like this?
Oh, just put it around your
wrist
like that. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, it's just a little
bag
to get your phone and a few cards in here if you have to, or some change or whatever, and then a little pocket.
Because you got two. Yeah. Oh. What is in that one?
It's silk. That one, the pocket.
That's
yeah, the
too?
lining is silk.
Man, it feels soft.
Yeah,
okay.
It's real soft.
Okay, but Miss Soreyda she also brought us, of course, some rope that has been made out of hemp. As you can see, 20 millimeter. That's pretty thick.
Yeah,
pretty strong stuff.
But
right?
That back in the day with the boats, and they were using ropes that were gigantic, like 6 inches. So I don't know how how thick they were, but yeah, and there's some still out there. That material has survived. It's pretty durable. It's really strong fiber.
Strong.
Yeah.
Miss Soreyda is as Lamine called her Royal Highness.
Oh, Lamine, love you.
She really is like a superstar.
Oh, you're so sweet.
In Lexington, seriously, and probably further than Lexington. But I know in Lexington, you almost have to drop roses, and she may not want them, But
I would love that. I love that idea.
Well, I'm gonna start dropping some roses.
If you see me out there,
go
drop
ahead. Us some roses.
Go ahead.
So let's talk
about the show, shall we?
So the Future of Fashion is March the 13th and the 14th here in Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah, talk about it. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, well, this show started in 2009, and I was just talking to a friend of mine who's a photographer, and we did a series of photo shoots. And after that, I was really excited. And it's like, why don't we organize something that we can showcase your photos and maybe display the dresses? Well, that turned into the first Future of Fashion, who was a runway show. And we did it at the space now is the Manchester Music Hall. And it was nothing. It was a warehouse. And we put together the show, and the Herald Leader did an article about it. And I thought all these people want to join. Sarah Jane Estes, who now is in Louisville, was the first designer who joined. And then Laverne Savieski, and then a friend of mine from Atlanta, Andrea Junca. We ended up having 15 designers. Lamine was in that show.
Oh,
hey, Lamine, shout out again. He was in that. And so we had 15 designers at the end, and it was amazing. I mean, the place was packed. We have over 400 people who came to see the show. And then from that, we started to get together and form the Lexington Fashion Collaborative, which is a nonprofit that I was the director for several years, and I stepped down about 5 years ago. But we got all these creative people together to this very first show. And we started working together. I mean, we did so many things. Even a magazine came out of that process. We had, we participated in many different galas and did fundraisers for many charities in town. Both Art Ball, we did several shows for them. So it really became this big movement here locally, but I kind of burned out because it was very intense and we weren't able to really get funding, to do all activities. So all of us were volunteering. I mean, I was working 70 hours a week for this organization and didn't have a salary. So it was kind of hard. So I stepped down. I was trying to develop a co-op because it's another thing that we have problem here is the manufacturing. Like whatever you have an idea, like just to expand it and take it to the market, that's very challenging. So I was trying to focus on that and had to also put that on hold. But I'm kind of like, renewed and I'm ready to get back into it because, I do know a lot of people who are very, very talented here. And I feel that it's a shame they're not being supported and they're not putting their work up there. And with the Hemp, there's a new opportunity for us to get on board and kind of approach fashion in a more the different way, still maintaining the artistic side, but also thinking more in the business side, because there's a possibility for us to get in the business side through Hemp, because there's those sides to the industry with, you get caught up between art and business, and it's hard to manage both. Right. That's what I want to do this show again, to provide some creatives and talented people here with the opportunities that I wish I had when I first started this whole journey, because it's challenging, but it's exciting, it's glamorous, we get all these amazing photos, but at the same time, sustaining it's hard. So that's the story of Future of Fashion. It's coming back next year. And we have a competition that involves using hemp, so it's gonna be really cool. Yeah. So
if you're a fashion designer, know someone who's a fashion designer, tell them to start getting some hemp. Yeah. I'll tell you guys right now, Hemp Traders.
Hemp Traders, yeah.
Hemp Traders is where you can get. Shout out to hemptraders.com. That's where you can get the fabrics. But thank you guys.
Thank you.
As I always say, live love life. See you guys later.
I love that. Thank you.
See you.